All right. Well, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. We're going for a little bit of a different view than we normally do. We're going with where you can just see my titties and my yoke. You can see my moobs and what we're doing here. So, dude, I had no idea that this airplane, this Chieftain, will catch on fire. I got to show you guys something. I got to show you this. I had no idea that you could catch this motherfucker on fire. Hang on one second. Let me I gotta do one thing. I am so sorry. You know, there's always something I gotta adjust when I first start. All right, let me get this screenshot pulled up. Man, I had no clue, dude. Let's see here. Pictures, video, NVIDIA, X-Plane. Yep, here we okay. Let me share my screen and show you this shit. I was just playing with the some of the controls, just kind of getting used to. Oh, you can see it here. I had display capture on the whole time. Look at that. That's crazy, dude. So, all right, we're not using say intentions this time, but we are going to be flying this airplane. So let's go ahead and get that pulled up here. Let's get X-Plane showing here. Give me 1 second. Let me get X-Plane pulled up here. Let's see here. Hopefully everybody's having a good Monday. It's hot as hell down here in Baltimore, but hey, man, I am cool with it. I am definitely good with the heat. I'd much rather it be hot than super cold. All right, this should work now. There we go. One last thing too. So one of the documents that comes with this airplane is, let me get it pulled up here, is this 403-page manual, right? So this is what we're going to use today for starting the engines and flying. It also has the charts, you know, pulled up here too, so I can get to the chart pretty easily for, I think it was on page 167 for cruising. Yeah, leaning, and yeah, there we go. So yeah, so right around here is where we're going to spend the bulk of, or at least I am, you know, trying to make sure that we have the right pressure, the right fuel flow, and all that. But yeah, we are going to start on these normal procedures here. Yeah, this one here. So it's like the checklist, but it just gives you more meat. It's a more meaty. You know what I'm saying? It's more meaty. More meaty. Now you know how we do it. This is this is a real flight. God love the internet nowadays, man. I couldn't do this shit when I was younger. We couldn't find out this kind of stuff when we were younger, but now we can. All we gotta do is just look it up. Yes, sir. So we're going from Coldfoot to Fairbanks. Now this flight plan is not correct. So CXF is not an actual station or waypoint or anything. That's just the other code for the airport. I think they flew out to Bettles, Alaska, which I believe is this point right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about here when we get into the simulator, but I'm pretty sure that's the waypoint that it flew out to. So that's what I have set up. I do have Bettles set up. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's play our intro real quick, and then we will get this party started. Give me 1 second here. Let's do that intro thing. On a count of 3. 1, 2. Where's my fingers? 3. All right, good enough. Let's go ahead and get our airplane. So we are going to use this Air Arctic one. We're going to use real world. Oh, that's nice. Laying on my lap. We're going to use real world weather. You know, I want to get off of these Nicorette lozenges that I've been using. And I bought cinnamon sticks, and I'm hoping that those help. I'm gonna start trying to use those tomorrow. I used to use cinnamon sticks a long time ago, and I tried to get when I was quitting smoking. So hopefully that'll work too. All right, we have cold foot. Don't tell me. Okay, do we have at least one spot we can park? It looks like it. Okay. I don't care if we have to park right on the middle of the strip. That's fine with me. All right, start new. Let's start with the engines off. Yes, start new flight. Yeah, I was thinking about flying Microsoft today and all that, but you know, I mean, we fly that all the time, and X-Plane, I have to use the yoke setup. I can't fly with my Xbox controller. I just cannot get used to the controls. So hopefully, oh, this is pretty. Hopefully, we don't catch on fire. Now, I'm thinking that the engines caught on fire because I had the throttles up too high, possibly. Maybe. I'm really hoping that it doesn't catch on fire again, because now there is a new update that just came out, so maybe this new update is fucking the engines up, and it's just that's just how it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. Now, if you remember this airplane from last time, this is the airplane where you can check the URL. Let me show you here. And let me make sure we got the sound on for the airplane. Yeah, we do. So we can click on here, and we can check the oil. That's all you can really do, is just that. But over here for fuel, one of the coolest ways to put fuel in the tank I've seen in any simulator. You can just click on here, right? We can put in the gallons, and all you got to do is just hold the, like you're filling up your car. Just squeeze the handle, right? And then when you're done on that one, you can click on the other one. How cool is that? It's pretty dope, isn't it? And then you just click on that when it's done, and there you go. We are gonna set this up a bit differently. So this one's gonna be a little easier. We are gonna go zoom it in, like that's really gonna do something. Let me get Avitab pulled up too. Hang on, let me get everything pulled up here first. We have pack X. Really? Well, it's a good thing we have Navagraph. Wow, that is crazy that there is no that it won't find the airport. That's cool. What? That's cool, Greg. What about PAFA? Will it find Fairbanks? Okay, so that's Fairbanks. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's see what our fuel is supposed to be here. All right, so we have 738 pounds of fuel now. If I remember correctly, when we are cruising, I could have sworn, let me look at I could have sworn when we were cruising, when we're level flight, that's when we use the inner tanks. Let me see here. During cruise, fuel selectors may be on either inboard or outboard. When the airplane is loaded, with a rearward center of gravity, it is recommended that the outboard tanks be used first. This will tend to move the center of gravity forward with fuel burn. Outboard tanks should be used during coordinated level flight only. That's it. Outboard tanks should be used. Okay, so the inner tanks are what we use for pretty much all of it, and then the outer tanks are level flight. That's right. Okay, so we need a total of 738 pounds of fuel. Right now we are at 162. So let's all right, let's see here. There's 20 gallons there. Let's put 20 point. Hang on, let me just zero this out so they're both. Let's zero all of them out. Okay, here we go. So let's do 20 gallons here. I wish you could make the font bigger on this, man. My old man eyes have trouble reading this sometimes. Okay. So inbound, we have 500. Oh, that's only 300 or 500. Okay, that was only 300. Okay. So let's put, let's say, 20 gallons here too. All right, so now we are at 359 roughly, and we need to be at like 7 something. So let's put in 25 here, 25 there. That's still not a lot. So let's do 30 gallons. Okay, 457. So that's too much there. Let's go back down to 25. 381, and okay, that's pretty close, I think. That's pretty close to 738. So let's just leave that there. And then as far as peoples, let's see here. We have 7 people. Takeoff weight is 6,500 pounds. So right now we are at 6188. So let's get some passengers. $67. See here, that's 60. So that's pretty good right there. I mean, we're supposed to have a packed house, but I think the ramp weight is, I don't think the weight on SimBrief is right. Oh, you know what? I like that. It gives us roughly the speed. That is pretty cool. All right, let's put a little bit of baggage in there in all the spots. Okay, maximum ramp weight 7,000. Okay, maximum takeoff weight is 7. Ah, okay, so we are over. Okay, let's get rid of those passengers, and we will get rid of those bags, and we'll just put some little bags up here. Okay, that looks good. All right, let's save that. So engines are cold. That's okay. Let me close out this tablet if I can. Right, let me get the checklist open on here. Oh man, do I want to use? I'm not going to use any kind of ATC today. All right, so let's go ahead and do our pre-flight walk around. I like doing it this way instead of like doing the exterior view, because I can grab the stuff real quick here. Now there are chocks. Okay, I didn't think I put the chocks back on. All right, let's remove the pitot covers. Let's remove those covers. Let's get the chocks removed. All right, I think that's good. All the covers are gone. Pre-flight, walk around, left wing, nose. Okay, before starting engines. After pre-flight, interior and exterior checks have been completed, the airplane has been determined ready to fly. Cabin doors should be secured. Check that all aft baggage compartment and cabin doors are closed. And okay. Passengers should be briefed on the use of seatbelts. Okay. It may be advisable to inform passengers of sounds or sensations which may not be familiar with them. Okay. Okay. Check that all control levers move smooth. Okay. Let's do that. All right. Okay, they all move smooth. Make sure all the circuits are in, which I don't think these work anyways. I think 2 of them do. But other than that, the rest of them don't. Okay, so that looks okay. Let's see here. Check that all radio switches, lights, okay, everything is off. Turn on the master switch. Make sure we have 3 green lights. Okay, check that both cowl flaps are open. I do have a button program that'll do this. So right now we're just using that switch. All right, cowl flaps are open. Check the function of boost pump and fuel flow warning lights by using the press to test feature. Well, we might not have a press to test feature here for this. There's one for flaps. Yeah, I don't really see a light. All right, position lights on. All right, normal start. Okay, an APU we don't have, so the master switches. All right, let's see here. Okay, open the throttle of the first engine about 1/2 inch. All right, I really can't separate those too well. All right, we'll try that. All right, open it about 1/2 inch. Advance the propeller, pull forward. Okay, let's see here. Advance the mixture to rich to prime the engine for about 6 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. Okay, that should be armed. I don't see anything where it says we need to do. Let me just check the actual checklist. I don't see anything that says that we need to put on the fuel switches, the fuel pumps. The no, inbound tank is what we want. Let me just look here real quick. Let me just type in the word pump and see if it shows up here. Okay. Boost pump. Okay. They're out. Okay, so we don't put them on until takeoff. Okay. All right, that's fine. Let me close this out. Go back to the one I was looking at. All right, so let's go ahead and try to get this bad boy started up. Oh, let's put the pump on just in case. Alright, we're still not flooded, so that's good. Okay, 1,000. Let's prime it again. Alright. Shit. Might have flooded the engine. Oh no, it's still not flooded. Okay. All right, let's reprime the engine. Okay. Put the left generator on. All right, let's go for number 2 here. Try priming the engine again. 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. Right, did I flood this engine? Oh, still not flood. Oh, I didn't turn the fuel on, that's why. All right, let me prime the engine first. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. Okay, off. Excellent. Both engines are on. Both alternators are on now. All right, let's turn the avionics master on. Let's see here, and we should be at about 1,000 RPMs right now, it looks like. So far, so good. Make sure sound's okay on the... All right, game audio is holding its own. I wonder if they fixed this now and we can do different functions now. Nope, still ghetto. All right, let's get our flight plan put in here. All right, so we have BTT. VTT, accept. Then we have FAI. Then we have PAPA. There we go. And let's see here. The localizer for the first one is 116. And after that we have Fairbanks, which is 108.6. Going to be heading to the east. On a heading of 223. I'm sorry, heading to the west, not the east. All right, so that's about 223 right there. This turned on. Okay, so everything looks okay here. Let's get the 9000 programmed here. Make sure we're in line here. So we're currently at about 45. Okay, that's all correct. All right, so let's see here. Release the parking brake. Engine run up. Okay, let's release the parking brake. Okay. Let me look at one thing here real quick. I just want to see if they have a runway. Okay, so they're using runway 2 for departure right now. Let's make sure we are on the correct runway. Yeah, we got to do a U-turn. All right, let's spin around. Once we get close to takeoff, we'll do the engine run up. Oh yeah, what is the pressure, by the way, right now where we are? Currently it's 2985, so let's get that programmed. All right, so that's about 2985. I don't know if we're going to be able to find our pressure altitude. Oh, you know what? We will be able to. It has it right here. So pressure altitude right now is about 1,000. Should have put on some taxi lights and shit like that, right? Taxi lights, seatbelts, circulating fans. Beam lights. We'll say beacon and strobe lights. right, let's do our run up right here. Let's put our parking brake on. Okay, parking brake is on. So let's see here, engine run up. Set the parking brake on, advance mixture and propeller controls, and open the cowl flaps. All right, cowl flaps are still open. Oh yeah, let's put our flaps down for takeoff as well. I forget which way oxygen is on. Give me a second here. Before starting engines. Check that. Okay, close, close, close. I think that's okay. Alright, so let's hear it. Required engines, okay. Throttle, set throttles to a speed of 1500 RPMs. Brakes on as well. Oh, you know we had the parking brake on. Never mind. All right, let's set this for 1500. Give me a second. I want to do one quick thing with our filters. Just want to build this profile real quick. Okay. So we are at 1500 RPMs. Set throttles. Okay, retard to prop controls. Do not allow it to drop more than 500 RPMs. Okay. And then how many times do we do that for? Just says once. Okay. Check alternator output by... Okay, the amp meter should be about equal. So our amp meter is right up here. I don't know how we're going to really see that. Let's... Alright. Alright, that's roughly equal. All right, now we need to advance the throttles so we get to 2300 RPMs. All right, magneto switches. Oh shit! Let's put the parking brake on. Actually, we can't do it. We can't hold. We can't hold the airplane. Boy, that is ghetto. All right, we'll just do it from here. All right, that looks good. Next time we should probably just put the chocks there. All right, magnetos look okay. Exercise the propellers again. All right, and then put the throttles back down to 1000. All right, before takeoff, check that mixture controls are forward. Turn pitot, propeller, windshield heat on if necessary. It probably is being that we're in Alaska. Put on the fuel pumps. No warning lights are on, that's good. All right, normal takeoff. Propeller speed for takeoff should be about close to 2,600 RPMs. The engines are adjusted to provide 43 inches of mercury, manifold pressure at full throttle. Okay, at 85 knots indicated, rotate up. And we should, okay, at 90 before airspeed reaches, retract the landing gear, continue acceleration. And then during climb, when clearance, turn on air conditioner, okay, lean the mixture, adjust cowl flaps, turn the emergency fuel pumps off one at a time, and check fuel gauges and warning lights. Power settings above 75%. Maintain. Okay, all right, let's taxi. Let's taxi to the rest of our runway here, and then we're going to take off. All right, landing lights on. I just want to test the annunciator panel real quick just to make sure that it is working. Okay. All right, I think we are good. All right, let's roll. Now, if we had a shorter runway, I would have held the brakes for a while. All right, takeoff speed set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. Rotate. Positive rate. Landing gear up. Trying to see which is the best way to turn. I think this way will be the best way to turn. All right, let's start making our turn. All right, reduce the power. Okay, so reduce props to about 2,400. Okay, and then reduce manifold pressure to about 40 inches. We can actually turn off the fuel pumps. Fuel looks okay. All right, maintain a maximum cylinder head temperature of 475. All right, so that's okay so far. I thought we had the heading button. Give me 1 second. Let me just look at one setting real quick. What? What the fuck? I didn't. Taxi lights. Who cares about taxi lights? Alright, which one am I doing here? Shit, I forget which one this is. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is going to be heading down. And this is going to be heading up. right, let's see if this works now. There we go. Now I can use my hat switches. All right, let's continue our climb. Go ahead and put the... have heading mode and autopilot on. Into nav mode. Alright, now climbing speed should be... make sure we are doing okay. So max of 40 inches is good. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are we nosediving, guys? What the fuck is up with that? Oh, you know what? That's right. I think this is the airplane where you wherever you set it, that's the angle it takes. Let me see. Maybe not. All right, we'll just play with the trim. Wow, this thing can go to 24,000 feet. That is pretty crazy. All right, let's arm 9,000 the altitude. Probably should have put the flaps up a while ago, but that's all right. Just we're seeing if anybody was paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. All right, so let's see here. Fuel pumps are off. At power settings above 75%. Maintain mixture controls are in full rich. All right, that's fine. All right, during cruise, when the airplane is loaded with a rearward center of gravity, it's recommended that the outboard tanks be used first. That's fine. Adjust cowl flaps as necessary to maintain an engine temperature within the limits. Maximum cylinder head temperature is 475. All right, well, we're fine there. We're only at 300. We'll close the cowl flaps once we get up to cruising altitude. All right, now let me get to page with the cruising chart. It should be page 167, I believe. All right, cruise. All right, the ISA temperature. I don't know if it's going to give us ISA. Right, it doesn't give us an ISA temperature because we have a ghetto-ass Garmin system down here that doesn't provide us any data. any useful data. All right, pressure feet, we are currently at 8,000. So we're going to be cruising at 8,000 feet. What's the outside temperature right now? About 0. So we should be looking at maybe about 38 gallons per hour. 30, the best power is 176. Best economy is 173. So we should be looking at a fuel flow of around 30 to 30, about 38. Right now our fuel flow is pretty good. We're about 35. We are almost at cruising altitude. $20 miles away from Bethel. All right, let's see here. And what is our current weight? Let's see here. I don't think it gives us our current weight, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So currently we are at 600, so around 191, like 191 knots is going to be our best, around our best speed here. All right, pressure, altitude. All right. Altitude is on. Let's lean our fuel a bit. That really raises up our exhaust temperature. All right, so RPMs. So let's set it for 2,200 RPMs. Okay, and let's lean out our fuel mixture now a little bit. That's not going to work either. All right, well, we'll just leave it there. So pressure, altitude, that looks okay, and inches of mercury. Let's see here, 8,000, do not exceed 40. Okay, we're doing okay, cruise-wise. That looks good. And exhaust is still well within range. Cylinder head temperature. Let's close the cowl flaps. And then I am gonna turn on cross feed. And we are gonna switch over to our outboard tanks. Being that we are at level cruise, we'll use up those first. Yeah, I wish there was a way to zoom in on this more, but I don't think there is. It would just might be able to, it would be nice to see this better. Like if somebody from JetStream is watching, which you're probably not, but if you are, can you, like, in an update, like maybe give us a button that we can program to like have a magnifying glass at least? If you can't make the whole thing bigger, at least Or can you incorporate this into the Avi tab somehow? You know, so when we pull this monster up, we can actually see what we're doing here. Okay, let's all right, there's Bettles. Let's get Fairbanks pulled up here. Okay, weather right now, broken clouds 15, 2989, that's okay. See for 10 miles, broken up to 7,500, broken to 10,000, and broken to 15,000. So we're gonna have clouds constantly. All right, arrival. Approach. I think we're going to be landing on runway 2. I think I'm not mistaken. You're recording. Oh, let's see here. Actually, we have ATIS here. Actually, doesn't it give us? Oh no, we can probably listen to it, but okay. So according to Navigraph, runway 2 left and 2 right are being used right now. Let's see here, 2 left and 2 right. One is 4,500 feet and the other one is 11,000 feet. So let's land on 2 left. There's Fairbanks, that's the VOR station we're flying to. The decision height. My airspeed right now is, hang on a second. Yeah, we're pretty much pegged. We're probably a little fast. Actually, we are actually a little fast. We're actually about 20 knots too fast, actually. No, actually, no, we're okay, actually. So this is 210. Our pressure altitude is about 9,000, but I don't know. The outside air temperature is about 0. Yeah, we're going a little fast. What's up, hybrids? Never seen your name before, dude. What's going on? How you doing? Hey, airspeed, we're okay, man. I'm happy I'm finally able to fly something today. I'm happy, man. I wish I could do this instead of working a real job. One day I'm gonna turn this into a real job, whether it's flying in real life or just doing this as a simulator. But man, I really hope one of these days I'll go out. Well, actually, I am gonna get my pilot's license once I finish losing my weight. I got a little bit more weight to lose. And once I finish losing it, look out, world! I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get my pilot's license. All right, I think that's a little better. Now we're closer to 200. What's our fuel flow look like? Yeah, I mean, we're actually a little bit below where we should be fuel flow. Manifold pressure's okay. We're right at 2,200 RPM still. Let's get this updated for 108.6. We got 140 some miles. Well, if we get tired of cruising, we can always fast forward the flight. That's easy to do in this game. Yeah, it's a dope little airplane, man. I kind of like this. One of the things I wish that they would update at some point is this Garmin system down here, man. Like, I have never been in a simulator where this did not do more than just this screen. Like, we're supposed to be able to have like all kinds of different screens that we can access with this. ISA temperature and all kinds of stuff. Just It's just a basic bitch. It's like none of the buttons work really, except for like just these couple right here. Turn off the ADF. We don't need that. All right, so our decision height today is going to be about 150, so let's get that set up. We are flying from Coldfoot to Fairbanks. So actually, I don't even know what part it is. Let me see here. So roughly roughly the center of Alaska. I've always heard of Coldfoot. When I used to watch ice road truckers, they would always like drive up to Coldfoot. I like trying to recreate real flights, and there's only so many flights that this airplane was flying today. That was like maybe around an hour in air. A lot of the flights I saw were like 3 hours, and I'm not one to just sit here for 3 hours to just stare at the airplane. like I got better things to do. Plus, I might do another flight when I'm done this one, so I'm hoping that I can get done this one quickly, because I think I'm going to do a flight in Microsoft as well with the Sovereign Citation, the new one from Skyward Simulations. And I could have sworn the new 220 was coming out sometime this week. I don't know. I thought that was coming out this week from Inabuilds. All right, let's get runway 2 set up here. We got ILS 2 left. Me too, dude. Me too. There's a good chance we're going to be dragging this airplane across the map here pretty soon. All right, let me see what airports. So we have Silax. Let's get Silax here. Load. Yeah, I fast forward at every flight that I can. I'm surprised this airplane's only at like 9,000 feet. I figured this thing would have gone up to at least maybe 15,000 feet, because this thing can go to 24,000 feet, I think. But according to Flightaware, this thing only got up to like 9,000 feet in real life. And even when I was calculating it on SimBrief, it only had us going up to 8,000 feet. So I don't. It's a cool little airplane, though. I like that the engines catch on fire. That's pretty dope. I have not, I've not seen that in a long time with a general aviation airplane. I was sitting there playing with this airplane a little while ago, just making sure I remembered how to start it up and everything. And I heard this crackling noise. I was like, crackling? What the hell is crackling? And I looked over, and I was like, oh shit, the engine's on fire. It was a big fire, too. Nice little airplane, though. It's not as good as the Just Flight Pipers. No problem, dude. I'll catch up with you another time. Nice meeting you. I hope you resuscitate your phone and bring it back to life. Having a dead phone is no fun, my brother. That is no fun at all. It makes for a long day. Still don't know what this button is here. That I can't. Oh, is that a light? Ah, that's a light switch. Okay. All right, once we get a little bit lower on our fuel, then we'll switch back to the outboard tanks. cylinder head's getting a little hot. That I might want to do something about here. All right, while we are just cruising, let's get the booklet opened up here and we'll take a look at. All right, so for landing, let's see here. Maintain cylinder head temperature below 435. Okay, that's what we did. Oh, inboard tanks have to be used for landing. Wait a minute. Are we using inboard or outboard right now? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, descent during power reduction for descent. Be sure EGT is maintained at a minimum of 1350. Okay, that's fine. Okay, throttling back at high altitudes without first checking the mixture could result. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Duh. Duh. All right, set fuel selectors to inboard. Adjust cowl flaps, altitudes. Turn off the oxygen system. Keto and windshield heat may be used as required before landing. All right. Turn on emergency fuel pumps. Turn off the air conditioner. Set mixture controls to full rich. Set the propeller to 2400 RPM. Landing gear may be lowered at below 153 knots indicated. Okay. Let's see here. Secondary indications of gear extension are the return of the selector lever to neutral and the appearance of the nose gear and the gear mirror in the inboard side of the left nacelle. We have a mirror on the inboard of the left nacelle? Really? Operate the toe brakes. Determine there's sufficient pressure for normal braking. Should braking freeze up during flight, it is recommended that maximum brake pressure be applied several times to break up possible ice. That is pretty cool. We don't have a propeller synchronizer on this airplane. All right, and then maximum flaps is 132. I wonder where that is. Let me see here. That's pretty cool. They have a mirror. Oh, there's the mirror right here, actually. It's not going to show us the gear, but I wonder where's the hydraulic reading at to tell me about the brake pressure. I think it's over here. And that's oxygen and volts. Cylinder heads. Maybe I should open the cowl flaps a little bit. Okay, there's oil, there's cylinder. Yeah, let me open the cowl flaps just a little bit. Open them halfway. That's lowering it a little bit. Let me just open them up all the way and see what happens. Yeah, that's better. Now, that makes me feel better. I mean, I know we're good all the way up to, like, here, but I like it when it's in the middle. That makes me feel better. All right, I do not see a brake pressure, like a hydraulic pressure anywhere. Okay, that's a turn slip indicator. Oh no, well, yeah. There's another turn slip indicator there. Cruising pretty good. We're right at the right kind of cruising speed, right at 191. Yeah, I don't see brake pressure anywhere, so it is what it is. You know, I noticed that this airplane didn't slide around a lot when we were taking off today. I wonder... I'm not complaining, but that's really good that maybe that's something they fixed, because that was a problem last time. Just a pretty game, isn't it? Pretty. Actually, that's a little too cold now. I'll tell you what, let's close the cow flaps again. All right, we got 112 miles left. Yeah, we could probably drag this bitch a little bit, but I don't know if I really want to. Yeah, let's drag it. See what happens. Actually, I don't know if we should be okay with this mountain there. All right, now we only got about 70 miles left. That was a good 30-mile chunk. I'll take that. Ah, we got to switch tanks again. Let's drag this a little bit more. There we go. Now we're only 30 miles out. So let's see here. We got 30 miles to FAI. So I would say we could probably start descending. What are we descending down to? 2,600 feet, huh? So 2,600 minus 9, so that's 54, 6, 18, 20. Yeah, I guess we could start descending now. Let's get that programmed in here. So we have 109.1. And then we have a heading of 23. Of course, it's 23 actually. So that's 20, 1, 2, 3. And again, we have about 150 for the decision height. Let's just put this up to 200 just to be safe. Pressure here is 2977. All right, let's arm this. $2,600. Should be able to push this down, I think. Oh, I thought that would work. I guess not. Autopilot off. Put some zero out the trim. Come on, airplane. Stop fucking around. I want the VS gauge to stop jumping around. There we go. Excellent. At the landing again. Make sure I don't need to do anything with props just yet. I know they need to be moved full forward at some point. I know during the approach, but okay, landing, set propellers 2400. That's right when we're lining up though. Should be on the inboard fuel tank. Yep. Cowl flaps are open. Density, altitude. I don't think I've ever tried landing at Fairbanks before. I think it's coming up though. I think it's right up here. All right, let's hold off here with our altitude. So looks like we're kind of getting close to the ground, especially with some of these mountains coming up. All right, let's go into heading mode. Switch this to localizer mode. What? No, bitch. No, 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 no. Heading mode. Heading mode, bitch. Heading, bitch. There we go. There you go, buddy. There you go. Hola. Dice bueno. ¿Qué pasa? Ya. Ya, ya. Probably turn the weather off too. Pressure altitude's about 5,000. All right. What's our outside temperature? So we're about 10 degrees outside. Move this so it's 10. All right, that's about right. Put on seatbelt signs, landing lights. We are pretty close to the airport. We're about 10 miles out. There's a very good chance we're going to be coming back here in a few minutes, doing another flight. I'm flipping a coin right now between the Cessna Citation Sovereign and the Phoenix Airbus. I might save the Phoenix for Friday night. Usually I like to do Phoenix on Friday nights when I do stream on Friday night. This Friday night I probably will, since I'm not going to get my daughter. Usually when I go to get her and bring her back, usually by the time I get home it's like 10 o'clock. And at that point, I just drove like 2 hours. I'm good. Like I'm good. I just want to go upstairs and just become one with my bed. All right, we can hear the Morse code. This is such a pretty game. It really is, man. And it's such a good looking game. All right, once we get to Fairbanks, then we're gonna hang a turn here to the west. Hopefully not run out of fuel. I'm gonna have to do some looking on SimBrief and see what they have for like the specs for the airplane, because we should have had more than enough fuel. Like we shouldn't be like running on fumes, especially with this kind of flight. This is a short flight. Unless the weight here for the airplane is way different than what it is in SimBrief. Like when we're looking at this chart here, like this total, the base airplane weight, I wonder how much. So it's saying 431. I wonder how accurate that is. Oh, I think I was looking at the wrong thing the whole time, actually. Moment. Yeah, I think I was looking at the wrong thing. That's all right. It's not the first time I've made a mistake. All right, we're about 2 miles out from Fairbanks. Let's go ahead and bust a turn. And we're going to drop down to 2,600 feet. No, I'm pushing down. Why? Why do you guys do this? I was moving the trim down. All right, we can turn nav 1 off again. We don't need to hear the Morse code. We already validated it. That's one thing I don't get why that does that. Oh, we have to use the button? That's gay. Jesus, when you use the button, it nosedives you. Jesus Christ. We'll just fly it manually. For now, at least. Altitude 1. Go into heading mode. We're getting ready to turn. And for final, once we make a U-turn, we're gonna put on the fuel pumps. See the localizer. Okay, we have 109.10. We can probably start spinning around now. Silax, this waypoint here, that's about 17 miles out from the airport. Wait until we get a little more perpendicular to the course. Then once we get lined up, oh, we can see the glide slope flags just showed up. here. All right, let's put on our fuel pumps. Let's click on approach. Approach mode is armed. Zero this out. Okay. Localizer's been captured. Alright, extend wing flaps. Maximum speed for 25 is 162. Oh, that's okay. We can go down. I love being able to click on these and it just shows up. That is so cool. All right, let's put the landing gear down. Let's go one more level for flaps. Let's put our prop all the way forward. Almost all the way forward. Ooh, we are running on fumes. Leave the prop at 2400 or so. Well, I had pasta for the first time last night. I had that for dinner. First time I've had pasta in 6 or 7 months. Oh, my God, it was so good. I had ZD noodles with this arrabbiata sauce. Arrabbiata sauce from Rayo's. Man, that is the best sauce ever. That's the best Sunday gravy ever. I don't care who you talk to. That Sunday gravy from Rayo's, that arrabbiata is, I've never had the regular. I'm going to try the regular sauce one day. Somebody bought it for me as a present, thinking that it was arrabbiata sauce. Very grateful for the present. It's the wrong sauce, but it's okay. All right, the glide slope has been captured. That's why we're pitching down. Let's reduce our throttle a little bit. I'm guessing the landing should be, I think, like around 90, 95 knots. We're going to go flaps full when we get a little closer. We're still a little far out. We're about 2,000 feet above ground. According to our radio altitude indicator, our radar altitude indicator. Once we get close to this threshold of the water, that's where I'm going to go flaps full. Look how much of a gap there is, actually. I wonder if you do need to go flaps full on landing. Look how much of a gap there is. That's like what you see on the Dash 8-400. Oh, wow. All right, we got to turn the air conditioner off. Oxygen off. little upset we didn't have to play with the mixture at all tonight. I guess because we weren't high enough in the ground. Next time we're going to go up to like 20,000 feet. Or 15,000 and really play with the fuel system and see. Because when we were leaning the fuel out, I mean, we should have been able to lean it out a little bit, but the exhaust temperature was going like straight up, which is understandable, but still, if they want you to lean the fuel out, anyways, I think if we would have been able to lean it out better on this flight, maybe we wouldn't be running on fumes right now. All right, let's go flaps full. And I'm going to take control now. All right, my control. Props are all the way forward. Not really sure which way the wind is blowing. I should have looked at the weather a little closer before coming in for landing, seeing which way the winds were blowing, but we're lazy and we're fat and we're American, so that's why we didn't check it. But it's okay. If you want to check it, go right ahead. Too low, terrain, pull up. Too low, terrain, pull up. Too low, flaps. Too low, gear. Oh, well, thanks for letting us know the runway is there. Flaps up. Fuel pumps off. Whoa, look at that airplane. That's cool looking. We're just going to park right here near all the military machines. That's cool. Oh, what's the name of that transformer from the movies? He got cut in half in like the second movie or the third movie. The Nemo, Richard Nimoy guy, the Fallen. Yeah, he cut that dude right in half. Was that Ratchet? I think it was Ratchet. All right, let's go into replay mode. Let's watch this landing a little bit. That was a good landing. Look at this, Microsoft. Look how easy we can do this, Microsoft. See that, Microsoft? You see how we doing this? You gotta be fucking kidding me, really? Awesome. All right, let me just check. I just want to see if tower view, if that changes now that we are. There we go. All right, let's back this up just a smidge. We probably could have landed on the other runway. The shorter runway. Very nice. Very nice. That was fun, dude. Yeah, what can we fly next time on X-Plane? So we did the flight factor. Last time we can take... Okay, we can remove the Chieftain. I tell you, the next couple that I want to fly on here, we're going to get the FlyJ Sim. And then I do want to fly... the Piper. Okay, let me get the plane. Okay, the B-Flight Cherokee and also the... I'm not sure which bay. Let me look at some of these liveries here. I thought we were going to do Dan Air. Yeah, we're going to star this one. That's right. So yeah, these are going to be the next few flights we're going to be doing here. Not in any particular order. Now we got to make a decision, man, if we're going to be doing... So I got 2 different flights I'm getting ready to... I'm going to flip a coin and see which one lands. If we're either going to be doing the Cessna Citation Sovereign or Fenix. I think we're going to do the Cessna Sovereign because it's been a while since we flew that. And they... yeah. Oh, yeah, let me show you... one thing I do want to show you guys. Hang on, let me quit this. Let me show you guys one thing with this airplane here. So if you do have this airplane, when you download the airplane, one of the options here is JetStream Aircraft Manager Zip. Well, after you unzip it and you put it in the folder, so you need to drag this into the aircraft folder. But once it's there, you can then use this to make sure your airplane is up to date. See? Just like Flight Factor, how they have their own version of that. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to end the flight here. I'll be back very shortly with another flight. This is great. We've only been on for an hour and a half. That's great. All right, very good. Well, I will see y'all probably in just a few minutes. So see you then, my friends. See you.